You've probably clicked on this video because you realize that self-love is of the highest importance. But most of us don't even have an idea of how we begin to try and love ourselves. So today I'm sharing 5 easy tips that we should all be doing to reach a place where loving ourselves feels more comfortable. I'm Josh Connolly, and you've landed on this channel because you care about the ways that you feel. My channel is all about me showing you how I get to live fully as my best self in this world, despite some of my internal struggles. And if that feels like something that you can relate to, then please subscribe below. Okay, so tip number 1, take love from others. This is something I've found really difficult in my life, and it means that I'm missing out from a lot of love from a lot of people for a long period of my life. I thought for a long time that people wouldn't love me if they knew the real me, right? And so I was left in this place of constantly trying to hide my true self. I was wearing masks all the time, and I can still fall into that trap. And what I would do is miss the times when people did compliment me. When people said nice things about me, I would deflect them or try and give the compliment back. And so for me, reaching a place where I'm much more comfortable with accepting love from others has helped me to learn to love myself. A great place to start with this is, and this is something I've talked about a lot, is when people offer us a compliment, just say thank you. Don't offer one in return. Don't offer some kind of reason as to why you can't fully accept the compliment, which is another thing a lot of us do. Just say thank you and take the compliment and start to learn what it feels like to accept love from other people. Because I feel like our struggle with self-love often comes from a place of not knowing what it should feel like and being frightened to actually accept the love, rather than actually being in a place where we're able to love ourselves. It's that accepting the love that we struggle with. Tip number 2 is looking after our external world. And by that I mean our bodies and what we're putting into ourselves and what we're doing to look after our external self. So that could be like checking ourselves to looking to make sure that we're doing some clean eating when we can. And again, this is not from a focus of changing how we look. This is about respecting our bodies and loving our bodies. Bit like cleaning your car, right? Just cleaning your car alone isn't going to keep your car in good condition, but it is going to help you love it and it's going to make it last longer, right? And so that's what we're trying to do. So I put creams on my face in the morning. I have a Baraka drink every day, which is a vitamin drink. And it's not because I believe that the vitamins are going to really change my life or change my physical structure, but it's me giving a nod to my body and to my mind and telling it that I love it and that I want to be here and I want to look after it. So doing some of these things, getting ourselves some nice perfume, to wear and things like that, these kind of things can really just alter our mind state and alter our perceptions of ourselves and start to show that we're caring for ourselves. Number 3 is acceptance of what we're feeling first, right? So often what I can do is I can go days and days and days in this fight of not wanting to feel the self-loathing and the self-hatred, and it comes, right, and the negative thinking that I have about myself. When I start to try and fight that, and I don't want to feel like this, I mustn't feel like this, I shouldn't be feeling like this, it's that fight actually that prevents me from having a platform to then go and love myself. So instead what I do is I accept where I am at. I accept the negative feelings that I'm having with myself. And what I mean by acceptance is not that I'm taking it on and accepting that that's just how I feel about myself, but I'm actually going, okay, right now I'm feeling negative about myself. Okay, I understand where that's coming from, and now I'm going to challenge that and I'm going to build upon trying to love myself. It's the fight that ensues, the desire to not think or feel what we're feeling, that often traps us and doesn't allow us to go on and love ourselves. So it's important to have that acceptance. Number 4 is to daily review the times when we have managed to love ourselves. Now, like I said in point 1, what we can often do is actually miss out the times when we have loved ourselves during the day. And if you're thinking to yourself right now, well, I never do anything to love myself, I never do anything to respect myself, you've landed on this video, and that says to me that there is something in you that believes that there is something better for you out there. So with that, what that means is that there is times in your life where you are looking to love yourself. So spend time with that each evening and notching off the times that you've done it. Start familiarizing yourself with the times when you have loved yourself. And respect yourself for getting through the day, and respect yourself for fighting like you have to make it through the day in the way that you have. Okay? And again, that is about becoming more aware of what it's like to accept your own love, yeah? So then you begin to recognize that we do love ourselves, but that what we struggle with is that taking it on, yeah, and that acceptance of it. And number 5 is consistency, right? Consistency and routine are so important. If you take away these tips and do them for the next 2 days, and then on the 3rd day you feel like they're not working, that will be because you haven't tried them for long enough. It's like when we go to the gym and we try to get fit. You don't run once and then become fit. You do it, you repeat it, and eventually, actually, normally what happens is people notice the difference in us before we notice it in ourselves. And that's of high importance, yeah, because it's the consistency in the routine that's going to bring about lasting change. I do morning routine and evening routine, and by having those set routines in the morning and the evening, however big or however small and whatever they look like, is important, because then when I go out and be free during the day, I know that I have that consistency in the morning and I have that consistency in the evening. The more routine they come, the more chance we have of falling into them, even in the times when we're really, really struggling. So there's your 5 tips. Take them away. If you do one thing, make sure you stick with number 5, the consistency in the routine, because that's what's going to bring about change in your life. And like I've said, if you've enjoyed this and you haven't yet subscribed, then do subscribe below and give us a like as well. Number 4, I've gone 3 there as well. Number 4,